Imagine you're at a car dealership, eyeing the latest model that seems perfectly within your budget. The salesperson, seeing your interest, quotes an incredibly competitive price, and you think, this is it, the deal of the century. You shake hands, mentally celebrating your savvy negotiation skills. But just as you're about to sign the paperwork, there's a catch. The quoted price was for the base model, and all those features you were excited about? They're part of an upgrade package that significantly hikes up the price. This scenario is a classic application of the low-ball technique, a psychological tactic widely used in sales and negotiations. It starts with an offer too good to refuse, designed to get a foot in the door. Once you're mentally committed to the purchase, the terms change, often leaving you paying more than you initially expected. But why? Even when the deal shifts beneath our feet, do we often proceed with the purchase? The low-ball technique operates on the principle of commitment. When someone agrees to an offer, they've made a commitment, not just to the seller, but, more significantly, to themselves. This commitment triggers a psychological process that makes it difficult to back out, even when the terms become less favorable. It's a tactic that seems straightforward, but is deeply rooted in complex psychological behavior. How does the low-ball technique manage to be so effective? It all boils down to a few psychological principles. Number 1. Commitment and consistency. Once we commit to something, we have a strong desire to act consistently with that commitment. This principle is at the heart of the technique. After agreeing to the initial offer, our brain works to justify the decision, making it uncomfortable to reverse course even when the deal changes. Number 2. Cognitive dissonance. Changing our minds after committing to the initial offer creates cognitive dissonance, a state of mental discomfort from holding two conflicting beliefs. To reduce this discomfort, we often choose to proceed with the modified deal rather than withdraw. Number 3. Sunk cost fallacy. This is the inclination to continue an endeavor once an investment in money, time, or effort has been made. In the context of the low-ball technique, the emotional and cognitive investment in the initial decision can push us to accept the new terms, even if they are objectively worse. In the car dealership scenario, the initial excitement and mental commitment to buying the car at a great price set the stage. When the terms change, the desire for consistency and the aversion to cognitive dissonance kick in. You've already envisioned driving the car, bragged to friends, or simply enjoyed the idea of having made a smart financial decision. Backing out now would mean reconciling with the fact that this was not the case, which is a bitter pill to swallow. Thus, despite the goalposts moving, you're more inclined to go through with the purchase, even at a higher price. The low-ball technique illustrates the powerful role of psychology in our decision-making processes. By recognizing this tactic for what it is, we can better prepare ourselves to face it, ensuring our decisions are made based on careful thought and genuine value, not manipulated compliance. Understanding why we react the way we do can empower us to pause, reflect, and choose paths that align with our best interests, especially when the deal on the table shifts unexpectedly. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments, and I would love to hear your views. Thank you for watching the video, and if you learned something new, please subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up to the video, and share it with your friends.